but knowing that the person I asked to do the job does impossible things beyond things that I even can understand. And so the rules that I set for myself are not rules that God has to follow. God doesn't have to follow man rules. God makes the rules. Hi, my name is Ward Hively, and this is my story. At the beginning of this year, we had signed to renew our lease, and so we were hopeful that that lease would last until 2024. And in May, I got a phone call from my landlord saying that they would be selling the house and that we had until July 6th to move. And if there was ever a time from May to July 6th that I needed to be surrounded with a bunch of Christians that had the Spirit of God flowing through their veins, and I would say that time was now. Brittany, my fiance, had met this woman there, and her name was Cameo. And throughout that friendship, she had mentioned that she was going to a church, and that church was Highland Park. And she she invited us to go. And the first time I walked through the doors, there was a young man preaching to the congregation, and I admittedly was skeptical, and I said, well, if he's young, he better have something good to say, because I don't want to be misled. And I listened to what he said, and one of the things that he had talked about was having faith, but actually having faith. And so I prayed. I said, God, I don't believe that it's possible for me to get this home. I'm a man that believes strongly in numbers, and the numbers are not there. But I do believe one thing. I believe that you're an impossible God. And I believe that an impossible God can do impossible things. And I got home and I fell asleep. I was still not believing, but having faith, if that ever made sense. And I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up to a phone call. My loan officer, his name was Chad, and he said that the Hometown Heroes program had came out about, and it made me eligible for 5% of the purchase price of the home. And so I was free. And that meant I got to buy the house. And so listening to Pastor Kevin's advice and having this faith that if you are going through something and that something feels bigger than you, it's not bigger than God.